Hey everyone, Julian here. Now in this video, we are going to take a look at the difference between two of the most common microphone types. That's condenser microphones and dynamic microphones. Now both come in all different shapes and sizes, but there are some key differences between them that may make one more suitable than the other. Let me take you through them now. One of the main differences between dynamic and condenser mics is their sensitivity. Dynamic microphones like the XDM100 that I have here are less sensitive than condenser microphones. And this just means that you have to be a little bit closer to the mic to get a nice, rich sound. We recommend starting with the distance of about 2 to 6 inches between your mouth and the mic, and this will give you a classic broadcast sound. Now, you'll notice as I back away that the sound quickly starts to get quieter and less pronounced as I'm further from the mic. Condenser microphones, on the other hand, are more sensitive. With something like the XCM50 here, you don't actually need to be as close to the mic to get a great sound. Now, we actually recommend starting with the distance between 4 to 8 inches from the mic and then adjusting to taste. And as you back away from the microphone, the effects won't be as dramatic as they would be with a dynamic mic. As we've mentioned, condenser mics are more forgiving than dynamic mics in this respect, as you don't need to be as concerned with mic placement and proximity. As you can hear, there is a noticeable difference in tonality between a dynamic and a condenser microphone as well. So every single mic will have its own sonic character, but in general, dynamic microphones like the XDM100 tend to sound rounder and warmer, whereas condensers tend to sound more bright and open. Now, both of these microphones sound incredible, so it's really up to your own personal taste here. We recommend trying both types and seeing what sounds good on your voice in particular. Now, the last thing to consider when choosing between a dynamic and a condenser is your streaming environment. Because of their higher sensitivity, condenser microphones will pick up more background noise than dynamic microphones, even ones with a tight pickup pattern like the XCM50 here. Now, this just means that if your space has lots of reflective surfaces like tiles or wood, these reflections may be more present in your audio than if you were to use a dynamic microphone. However, if you are in a room with lots of soft surfaces like carpets or curtains or even acoustic paneling, a condenser will do just fine. To sum it all up, a condenser mic like the XCM50 is ideal if your space has minimal background noise and if you want more flexibility in positioning your mic. On the other hand, if you are looking for a microphone that will help you curb as much background noise as possible, then a dynamic microphone like the XDM100 is an excellent choice. Now, both sound great, but it's always a good idea to try different types of mic to see which best suits your voice. I hope this has been helpful, and we will see you in the next one.